Just gonna do a bit of audio testing here. Sorry about that, folks. Welcome to the pre-stream. My name is Coinstamp, or Swirling Vortex, or Sneven, and how is everybody doing today? Welcome to Lies of P. Everybody excited? Also, I just got my check cashed in. Yay! I will probably spend a little tiny bit of it for my own personal reasons, for my own personal things that I want. And then after that, I gotta bucket the rest of it for like equipment. I apologize for being late. Just had some stuff to deal with. And also, I was trying to put the finishing touches on the stream overlay when I ran out of time. Okay, time for the official... sorry, I had to do some administrative things behind the screen. Welcome to Lies of P. My name is Coinstamp, or Swirling Vortex, or Steven. And I welcome you to continuing this fantastical tale with me. Lies of P is a Soulsborne, or a Souls-like title, excuse me, developed by NeoWiz Games and Round 8 Studios. It is a very dark twist on the Adventures of Pinocchio that was written by Carlo Collodi, or if you know him by his real name, Carlo Lorenzini. He was an Italian journalist, Italian satirical journalist and children's book author later in life. Before we get started, first, I want to thank people for being here. Second, I would like to transition over to thanking our donators, our patrons, and our subscribers real quick. We don't have any ones that are current, but rest assured, I do thank people who have donated in the past. They've been very helpful the whole way through, and I mean that. Sincerely, thank you. Additionally, here are current subscribers. Thank you so much to Mr. Their subscriber, or having paid for a Prime subscription. You don't technically pay for them, but you do pay for the Amazon Prime that comes with it. So enjoy those Prime emotes. Enjoy the sweet privileges that come along with the extra Discord rank and everything. I really can't thank them enough. Please enjoy those benefits. Now that that is out of the way, let us transition over to the proper screen. And just in case, I'm going to restart the capture card again. Probably something I should have done before the stream started. So, hi, yes, my name is Coinstamp, and you might have noticed I have a little indicator at the bottom now. I told you guys I'd be doing this. I meant it. There is a humanity indicator on the bottom. It's part of the lie system. It has 4 stages. These are things I ended up looking up kind of almost by accident. When you're looking for thumbnail images, sometimes you just get caught wanting to read something. So I read. I don't know the outcomes of, like, every lie or anything. I didn't scan ahead for, like, everything that falls into the lie system. I only read what it was and what the stages are. So, as you can see, I may need to go back and recolor these, but starting from... and I should note that Geppetto and Sophia indicate what the endings kind of look like. The closer to Geppetto you are, the closer to a bad ending we are. If our humanity isn't at a certain point, by the time the story, like, really kicks off, we're getting we really don't get much of a say in what ending we get. I know at least that much. The closer we are to Sophia, on the left there, with 4 being the last stage, the closer we are to a true ending. But even if you don't get the true ending, you can still get the neutral ending as long as you at least have some level of humanity in you. Another indicator, although it doesn't really indicate... It doesn't indicate any kind of, like, number, but if we come up to Geppetto's office, you remember that painting of his son, Carlo? Yeah, this nose here, this little wooden nose, represents, how much of a liar we are. At least I think that's what it represents. It's gotten longer. It probably will get longer over time. It might even weigh the painting down. Now, last time we dealt with the lady the white lady We also have the jeweled... We have the jeweled cryptic vessel. It's like here-ish somewhere. And I don't think we're actually here yet, because we have not made it to Central Station from a different point. As weird as that sounds. It was the very first area of the game, but we didn't really have the ability to go back and do anything with it. So, we moved on. We went through the Opera House, met some really interesting enemies. Along the way, we met a man named Julian. Please tell me we have something to get this. We do not. We're going to have to figure out what to do about that.
Welcome to Hotel.
What can I sell here to just kind of get rid of our inventory? Just to level up, because we have to be really close to a level up here. It's 400 points? We can go grind for that. Hang on. We're gonna go step outside and go kill some puppets real quick. I do not want to be carrying... Paul and Dina. Yes, we know we can purchase items from him. There shouldn't be anything to purchase. I'll check the notice, though.
Welcome to...
Yeah, there's nothing here. Other than, like, Vanini's urgent repair tools, and I'm not buying that. I'm trying to remember. We just went out the front door, so this should be Elysian Boulevard. Right. Our goal today is to defeat the next boss, which is coming up really soon. Like, as soon as we're done grinding soon. That's the unfortunate thing about looking ahead and trying to make a thumbnail at the same time. You either lose your sense of wonder, and you know the next thing coming up, or... you know, you just don't have a thumbnail in time for the scheduled stream on YouTube, and then you end up misleading people, which I almost very nearly did early on. When I completed and had the thumbnail ready by like 12 something. We are so close to being able to gut punching these puppets in one shot. Okay, the heavy will get him in one, but only the heavy. Got a couple more kills we gotta make, and then that'll be it. One more. Pretty confident there's only one more required kill. All right, let's go. We got a level to get, and this one's probably gonna go into. I know you're over there. Buzz off. This level's gonna go to Vitality. I feel like I'm sunk down. That'll do it. We were in fact sunk down a little bit. All right. Just gonna position this appropriately. I think I have to retighten something. Retighten two things, probably. Okay. That's better. I want to be kind of like looking into the microphone while also trying to maybe look at the camera. You guys will have to tell me if I don't sound quite right. Sophia?
I'll use my power to help you.
Now I feel like I'm speaking into the microphone directly. Microphones are a touchy thing to get right, as I've discovered. As I have discovered, or will continue to discover. Yes, we wanted vitality. Let's get that 500 health. And now we got ourselves a boss to defeat. We can go around the back side as well to get where we're supposed to be. To get where we are supposed to be. There we go. Gotta stop speaking so fast. Although, that's the thing, right? If I speak quickly, perhaps English listeners will get it, but oftentimes I don't actually have those. Or, well, not oftentimes, actually. If I were... Careful. Yeah, I will... Oh, well, okay. Yep, sure. Come on. Ah, you're too afraid, are you? Come on. Trying to get the big gal to go all by herself, but... Well, I'll take Spider Lady. We have this lovely lady. Man, just all of the puppet statuses, huh? That's fine. We're probably going to die to the boss a couple times anyway. Enough. Good lord. I was fine spending one pulse cell. I didn't want to spend more than that. Whatever. So we're making our way up to the boss, and of course, I think the boss is a puppet, which means we're gonna want this, we're going to want the, electric blitz status for pretty much most of the fight, but I'll let you guys see this for yourselves. This is the part where I'm gonna start to say wish me luck, because, this might be quite the involved boss. what a grisly scene. But I wonder if the puppets are trying to tell us something. Because if you guys will notice, it's a puppet of Geppetto doing this. If you had shown up with a puppet first, with a real face, perhaps Pinocchio might have believed you, friend. But we don't know this. We have to meet... I don't know what he said quite thoroughly. Oh, what a ballerina. You have to stop them. Their lives are on the line. I was able to read that one. You're wrong, little one, I think is what that said. I'm sorry, just giant tornadoes? Sure. We're enabling all this destruction? The real enemy is ... Well, the King of Puppets, I think, is going to reveal some things to us about our current circumstances. Right, why did I even bother walking through the side passage? We literally didn't need to do that. We could have just walked through the, we could have walked through the center here. Alright, King of Puppets. These movements are too lumbering to be like... These movements are too lumbering to be like a puppet who's actually a puppet. It almost seems like a pile driver of a puppet, if you know what I mean. Like, feels more like a mech suit that we're fighting. Okay, that's... It's the king of puppets. Of course there'd be a second phase. I have to kill you to stop it all. There's no other way. Damn. This dude ain't gonna let me grind, is he? It's gonna be okay. As long as I'm at your side, Carlo. I think this particular sentence confirms it. So, the king of puppet, I mean, he could just be thinking of a random puppet, but I almost feel like this puppet was stylized or made utilizing someone Carlo knew, and we can infer that Carlo is Geppetto's son, based on the portrait and some of the things that Miss Antonia has said. That Carlo is probably the identity of Geppetto's son, which means this might have been like a child or something that Carlo knew. Of course Carlo knew children. There's a couple details I don't think we quite know thoroughly yet. And of course I think we have to do this whole thing over. Come on, don't be silly. I think this might have been modeled after one of Carlo's friends. Because the title of the boss changes to Romeo. Okay, he's gonna burn. Who's the puppet? You or me? It's kind of hard to make out, but That is essentially what's happening. Is, you know, this puppet, who supposedly might be a friend of Pinocchio's here, or Carlo's friend. Like, we're Pinocchio, but he's speaking to us as though we're Carlo. Like, we're a puppet, but yet this guy is Romeo is trying to appeal to us. I wouldn't say it's strange or anything, but it makes you ask questions in the process of the fighting. Why make this appeal to sanity for us? Okay, so that hits us no matter what. We have to be just far enough away. Okay, he just starts chaining that attack. So if I don't get my stuff in order, we're gonna have a problem. Also, if we have anything for overheat, we probably better put it on right now. What, slash? Then I think we're equipped for phase 2 already. Yeah, and also we just needed to be wearing slightly patchier, better armor there. Nothing to do but try again. This is not a good performance. Wow, he can go through some combos pretty quick. That is like a 10 or 11 hit attack. Okay, okay. So when he does this, I should not be trying to perfect block that. I think you can perfect block it, but the swing times are so different between each one. You don't really quite know when he's gonna attack. I think it's just better if I run during that. Like, not... He's not like homing to be where I am. He's just dashing quickly. Which is fine. I think I more or less have him figured out. I just, as soon as he primes up to, wreathe his weapon in flame, I need to run. Like, my life depends on it. We just gotta get a... we just need to have this phase done almost flawlessly. Nice. I couldn't reach him. Nice. Run. Yeah, this performance is bad. I should chuck it out. Yeah, kill me, let it be over. Just chuck it out. Thank you. That attempt is bad, and I cannot have bad attempts against basically a much faster puppet. This phase is disarming. I wouldn't say easy, but it's disarmingly simple. Fuoco felt a bit harder than this. Not only did Fuoco feel a bit harder, but Andreas felt difficult. Well, not that difficult, but he did feel hard. Okay, so when he does that, that's not blockable. Damn, dude, you mind not trying that hard? So he has like a 2-hit confirm. He has a 2-hit confirm is what it is. Red glowing, I'm, heavily exaggerated the glowing eyes in the photo. I can kind of talk about that now. Not only that, but I basically erased a portion of the photos to fit them in together into the thumbnail. That was a nice experience. Was it the best thumbnail I ever made? No, but they're mine. And that's a lot more than I could say for, well, actually, making your own thumbnails doesn't say much in the grand scheme of things. It says, I'm poor and have to make them. Too much. Dang it. Nah, I have to run now. Okay, he can transition to some kind of attack. Yep, let it be over. Let it be over. Ugh. This guy is such a lumbering brute in his mech suit that I have to work to be suicided. I have to work to die. Yay! Could try a Fable Catalyst, but what point would that even serve? Ah, yeah, sure. I spent resources on King of Puppets, which granted I am kind of supposed... Nope, we wait. Now we dash through. This might be the fight to spend resources on, if I'm being honest with you. Nah, I'm gonna have to give up on that. I cannot possibly run far enough. Oh, I like we can just cycle through these. I thought it was just text that loads at a set rate. No, we can scroll through them if we want. And spoil ourselves. I feel like we need a wish. Let's go get our wishes restored. Let's go ahead and do that. Because having even one extra resource is beneficial. Additionally, there's gold coin fruit, which we can now go grab. We'll have to, and I'll have to review the wish cube, as I have not yet, we can change out the stones, but we don't really, we don't get like a renewing supply. Oh, I get it. These are not only temporary, they're consumable. It's both. I didn't even think about that. So now we have, I thought these were like a permanent rechargeable item, but nope. It's both. That's fine. We'll just have to go, we'll have to like start keeping stock of these. Well, Mr. Gyanjo.
Stalker, please.
One. These require 3. So now we're gonna have to buy these at a bit more of a reasoned rate, because they're consumable. You've got anything new to say?
I'll use my power.
Huh?
I'll use my power. In the folklore of crime.
Let's try again. I really feel like with a wish stone, we could probably maybe attempt to make that through. We also may want to knock over the furniture in that room so that we can run about during phase 2, because I really want to be able to just run away from Romeo when he starts doing that like 5-mile dash. I really truly do. I don't want to even be thinking about, oh well, now I'm gonna have to roll all of a sudden. And get this big lumbering brute to do it. Okay, I think the clutter has just about left the room. There's one table. You're wrong. Listen up. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Not letting that happen. Thank you. No, I'm pushing. I'm pushing. Kill me. Kill me, kill me, kill me. Thank you. Yep. I can't tell what the... I can parse the rest, but I don't know what the end of we're wasting all this... Normally my mind will complete that sentence with time, but it's not right. It's a 10-letter word. We've got time for one more attempt, assuming I also clear out the chairs in the room. And then we'll have to take a break. Sir King. I have my reasons for doing this. It's to make sure we've got room during the Romeo portion of the fight. Where art thou, Romeo? Well, he's in this mechanized suit, Juliet. Maybe is it Tybalt? It's been a while. It's been a while since I've read Romeo and Juliet, so forgive me. I know not all the lines. All right. Okay, I have to double tap. Yeah, it's break time. I can't really punish him with this weapon. It's too slow. I mean, that's not true, but like, I can't really charge a punish. And again, sides, man. It's always the sides. Also, I definitely wasted a wish stone on this, not really knowing it was going to be consumable. Kind of a dirty trick on the game's part. Doesn't really give you any indication that it'll be a consumable until later. Kind of assume Gyanjo will refill it for you if you need it. But, oh well. It is break time. So, it is the very definition of break time. We take breaks here on this channel. They generally last about 5 minutes. And I usually play 90 seconds of ads for people on Twitch. That's how I make my ad revenue. Wink, wink. Thank you to everybody who's hanging out here with me. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope to see you back here after this commercial break. Thank you. Sorry about that. I am back. Hopefully everybody enjoyed their commercial break. Thank you. If you guys hadn't considered doing so already, please follow and or subscribe. YouTubers, if you're following, also Twitch, say hi to YouTube. I really recommend that you join the Discord if you're on YouTube, as that's the way to close the gap on the benefits that you could be getting from subscribing to the YouTube channel. And the follows and subscriptions really do help, guys. Slowly but surely, they are important. Thank you for that. And as for you guys on Twitch, you at least get some emotes for your trouble. And of course, I'm always thankful. I mean, following and subscribing is nice, but, you know, I get it. The world is inundated with advertisements, people telling you to do this or that, so I thank you for even being here at all, if I'm being quite honest with you. If follows and subscriptions were not a metric on how people were doing or weren't required to meet certain milestones, I just wouldn't ask. Because people don't like being told what to do. People like consuming their content without subliminal messaging. Alright. Alright, Omega Edge Lord Chieftain. Show me how much of the room you'd like to occupy as a ballerina. Most dancers wouldn't even need half this dance floor. Yeah, kill me, let it be done. Too much health lost in too short a time. I'm glad you came back, buddy. Yeah, I think these I definitely think Romeo here was modeled after like a childhood friend of Carlo's. And given what we know about the original tale, where there was a boarding school, and in the original tale that Lorenzini wrote, Geppetto dressed up the boy, taught him how to walk and talk, and sent him to boarding school. Or at least I think it was a boarding school back in the day. So we know there's the Menad Charity House, which doubled as a boarding school. So what if Geppetto sent Pinocchio there, or rather his son Carlo, and that's how they met Romeo? At least that would be my way of thinking about it. That's not to say every school child went to the Manad boarding house, but I'm willing to bet that our dear friend Carlo did. I'm gonna try, but yeah, let him kill me. Thank you. Neglection? That's the best I can make out of that word. I hear in NG Plus or New Game Plus, you're supposed to be able to decode all these messages right from the beginning, which would be a lovely change of pace to start reading, but alas, we're a new game. We are not a New Game Plus, so we had better get used to trying to, like, listen to the robots carefully, or otherwise, you know, just wait, wondering what they're gonna say. I think it's sure kept me waiting, because it's 4 letters. I did also spend a wish stone on that, and now we don't have it for actually really close attempt. We don't have it for any others. So I think, given their highly consumable nature, I will need to spend some time being AFK in the game. Hopefully, it's on a timer. That should absolutely be how it works. And I will farm gold coin fruit for this if that is what I have to do. I'll do it. Wow, he just leapt forward. The laws of the Grand Covenant bind us, and I didn't get the chance to read the rest. Yeah, there are 4. A puppet cannot tell a lie. A puppet must obey the laws given to it. I mean, basically the first 3 laws, along with the 4th law, are the is it the Nuremberg 2.0? No. It's a specific set of laws given to govern, like, how androids should function in our society, if it ever comes to that. Really? That was like the longest... Oh, he's gonna do it again. Well, a slightly different extension of that. That's too much. That's too many resources spent on this boss. Do it. Yep. If I could just, there's some words that are bothering me, and like my feeble mind can't block them out. I want to know what they're saying, and I just can't. I think I need to stop reading the bottom center of the screen in the middle of the fight, and you know, I could see why people wait until New Game Plus. They don't even bother to parse that stuff, but this wouldn't be a live Let's Play if I didn't make an attempt at it. And a dodge ain't really gonna avoid that either. Yep, kill me. I failed here. Thank you. I'm glad you came back, buddy, after murdering me is a real hot sentence. We got the whole night, ladies and gentlemen, and we might be here for a couple of attempts. This boss is hard. It is supposed to be hard. I've got to stop falling for that. Death. I was too close. This weapon is too slow. Too slow for this fight. Well, too slow for the second phase. I don't know. I'm the one that chose to upgrade it. I think we're hitting the point of the game where we're finding the early game weapon just doesn't cut mustard against the later game bosses that expect you to be able to poke them and then go back to what you were doing. Which is a totally Elden pilled thing, by the way. As in Elden Ring, Elden pilled. Where it's like, defend for 5 minutes. Then strike them once, and then defend for 5 minutes. I mean, I think what I've learned in phase 2 is just you really have to do this combination of like running and dodging, and like our stamina is just not able to keep up with that. Is there anything I can do here? Let's try increasing our stamina recovery speed and see if that makes a difference. Because, like, mobility in these types of games is king. You want to be able to move quick. Notice we've been upping our capacity for this reason. Yeah, he barely gave me a second to recover from that. Yep, Dad. These are mechanical opponents. So, I think we've brought in the right weapon. Let me get rid of the wish cube. Well, we could rotate out wish cubes, and I could summon a specter. I don't want to do that. And I'm not even sure the fight's gonna go over that well if I use a specter. And if I use a specter, I'm probably not gonna be prepared for the final boss, which we kind of want to be able to do without a specter because we probably won't be allowed one. Like, final bosses you typically have to do on your own anyway. There's usually not cheese that you can do. And if there is cheese, this build probably isn't employing it. Okay, that is unfair. This is way too much, but honestly, I don't care. I want more attempts at phase 2. Dead, all because I chose the wrong time to attack. It's gonna be the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone else, not anyone else. Let me ask an engagement question. Anyone else ever play a game? It doesn't have to be a Soulsborne or something that's labeled difficult on purpose. It just has to be any game, period, with like a challenge you can overcome in the form of a boss or something. But is there any boss you guys remember spending hours, days, weeks, months, or even years doing? In terms of just playing by myself, you know, Dark Eater Midir comes to mind. It took me 164 deaths to kill him for my first time. Yeah, kill me. Too many resources. Too many resources, and I ended up getting trapped on the stage. Which is why I don't, you know, it's been a long time since I've dealt with a stilted Dark Souls style jump. I'm pretty used to Elden Ring's much bigger, fancy jump that goes like quite a bit of a ways up off the ground. I'm used to that. So not having that, you know, there's some attacks I'd probably jump over. I can't do that. Because if I try it, I die. The only thing that matters in this game are iframes. Maybe this is what real freedom feels like. Thanks, Carlo. I would not have survived trying to do that without throwing objects.
Incredible. You defeated the king. I gotta think the puppets will have changed too, right? There's only one way to find out. Let's go backstage.
Let's not step into a fire and die, shall we? So before we head backstage, we're gonna go to Hotel Krat and talk to some people. And I think I saw the icon for Julian make its way onto the screen. Let's go talk to everybody. And then afterwards, we can begin making more progress.
Antonia's condition is getting worse. I knew it would come to this. The petrification disease locks people inside a cage, inside their own bodies. We're all safe, thanks to her sacrifice. But I wish for a miracle to save everyone. Me as well. I'll use my power.
Let's talk to everybody.
At the house of Vanini,
What about you, good friend?
Ah, I heard you defeated the King of Puppets. Amazing. The puppets appear lost without their leader. They have no purpose, no focus. To think one can have so much control through ergo waves. If we don't determine who or what is causing it, this could all happen again tomorrow. I fear I must call upon you again, my friend. Please gather records of the puppets' ergo waves while you're defeating them. I always will.
What about you, Eugenie? You're usually pretty quiet on stuff like
I
this.
know my way around a weapon.
Nope. No such luck. Note left at the counter. There's something I want to tell you, Geppetto's puppet. Please come to the Hotel Garden on the way to Elysian Boulevard. Or
It's you. Come closer, won't you? When you reach a certain age, it's a comfort to reflect on old memories. That's a portrait of me when I was young. I was so feisty, so fearless back then. I loved the world, and the world loved me back. The passion of those days is long gone, but I still dream of those memories. I'm curious what your young eyes see. Is there any resemblance between me and that portrait? I still have... It seems Geppetto even taught you good manners. Yes, those beautiful memories are still vivid in my mind. Time and the memories that fill it are all we have.
I sure
I
hope
you're making some good memories of your own. It may be a comfort to you someday.
the ergo is whispering. Okay. I was a little worried, but I feel intuitive on what a lie is. Now, I wrote a paper on the subject along with a classmate of mine when I was in Bible study in high school. Yeah, we connected it back to the passage of Job, like that whole section of the Bible. It's a really interesting read. had a presentation on it too. Teacher that went by the name of Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen, if you happen to hear this, I hope you're doing well with your son and all. Really, I do. And your wife, for that matter.
People have no thanks for keep.
A great weapon calls for...
So we have ourselves a scythe, which I actually really want, and the triumvirate amulet. There were 3 bodies, but their mind was one. The mind that sought revenge against the puppets by killing them the way their brother was killed. By the way their brother was killed. But Carlo was an only son, right? I wonder if he valued Romeo, because I presume that Romeo, even though there's the puppet, there had to have been a real-world equivalent, right? I could see it. What if, wait. I wonder, there's a plague that swept through the city, right? The petrification disease? I wonder if Carlo and Romeo both got it. Where Carlo didn't survive? That would be the thing I think that would drive Geppetto over the edge. Like, he lost his wife Camilla, had a statue in her honor, don't know when she died, but the man turned to his work more than his family, which I think might have been his downfall. But then something happened to really cement what happened between Carlo and Geppetto. And I'm not sure what that event is. Like, there's still more we have yet to uncover, but I'm willing to bet Romeo took Carlo's death pretty hard, along with Geppetto, and maybe that's how things ended up where they are right now. I really think Geppetto is behind this, and Geppetto might have even engineered the will of the puppets to behave this way. Why do I say that? Because it's important I back up my assertions with evidence if I'm going to project out into the future, right? It's important that I back up my assertions with evidence. We know that the puppets are bound by a set of rules called the Grand Covenant, and it is loosely tied to the power of Ergo. Well, as in, Geppetto probably had certain protocols put in place when he was making all these Ergo-infused puppets. I want to point out, we'll come back to the Puppet Ripper in a second, I will, but I want Polendina, right, he won't be here. I actually need to talk to Polendina about something, so methinks we will probably find him. Garden on Elysian Boulevard? Is it the coin fruit tree? We're gonna find him. We also still have to talk to Geppetto about this anyway, because it's not like there's some grand cutscene that happened. That happened as soon as we killed the first 3 major bosses. That did not occur when we killed the King of Puppets. The fact that there's no ceremonious cutscene should say a lot. There's just a talk about the King of Puppets, Romeo getting his freedom. Okay, where's this garden then? Is it outside? It's not here, because we're technically going toward the Mollis district with it. Well, I don't want to delay the inevitable or to delay what we're trying to do. Oh, it's this garden. Okay, I just didn't look in the right place. Hello, Polendina.
Welcome, good sir. At last, we speak frankly instead of with professional reserve. I have something to confess. Something involving your unique perspective. I am a puppet whose ego has awoken. I don't know exactly why, and we need not dwell on the details. Instead, I wish to dwell on the welfare of Lady Antonia. I adore Lady Antonia. It is a presumptuous feeling for a puppet to have, to be sure. I have no intention of putting myself forward, of course. However, I cannot watch her die. It's too painful. Thus, I need your unique perspective. You exist somewhere between human and puppet. Can a puppet and a human fall in love? Have you ever met a puppet who loves a human? It exists indeed. An unbelievable love, to be sure, with a wedding ring as its symbol. I fear even trying to pursue such a splendid happiness. I have no intention of telling her, of course. It wouldn't be proper to burden someone so frail. If I may be frank, this is better than I dared hope. Even if you are telling me a sweet lie, I shall savor it. Thank you. It was wise to confide in you. Thank you for granting me that wisdom. No matter what fate brings us, I will be at Lady Antonia's side. Serving her is my duty, the very reason I was created. Welcome to Hotel Krat. How may I be of service?
So, I wanted to kind of like illustrate my point earlier about the designs of the Grand Covenant. Let's have Paulandina read this over to us again, taking note of these rules this time.
The Grand Covenant is a set of absolute commands imprinted on puppets when they are made. First law. All puppets must obey their creator's commands. Second law. A puppet may not harm humans. Third law. A puppet protects and serves humans and the city of Krat. Fourth law. A puppet cannot lie. I've told you about the laws engraved upon every puppet. Do you require anything else?
Okay. I do not require anything else. Thank you, Paulandina. Let's go back inside here. I'm trying to like do this one-handed so I can talk. And I think it's thundering outside, so I've got the black lab scared and gnawing at, like clawing at my door. Okay. So we don't have the rain bothering us. So we got 4 laws. A puppet obeys their creator. The first law. A puppet serves humans. Third law. I want to make sure I got that correct. It's the second law. I know the third law is that they protect humans and serve the city of Krat, and the fourth is that they cannot tell a lie. What's the second one again?
No matter what serving welcomed. The grand first law, second law, third, fourth law.
Right, this was the one I was trying to, it is July the 3rd, so people are shooting fireworks. Awesome. I'll take a break after this, but we got the first law, which says that a puppet obeys its creator. We got a second law, which says a puppet may not harm a human. Third law, they serve humans and serve the city of Krat at the same time. Fourth law, they cannot lie. What if there's a 0th law? That sounds weird. Oh, Coin, why don't you just say the 5th law? Because 5th law makes more sense. Well, what happens if you write a precursor? You can't call a precursor the 5th when it's enumerated by all the other 4 laws. You need something prior. What's before 1? 0. You can have something be a zeroth of anything. You ever heard of raising a number to a zeroth power? It's 1. So the word zeroth exists, I promise. I'm not trying to deride your intelligence or anything. I'm merely trying to state a point. And that point is, what if, and we don't have any evidence to really substantiate this right now. I'm making a bold claim that I'm open to being wrong about, or I'll be right about it. What if Geppetto engineered a zeroth law? Something that says, okay, a puppet obeys its creator. The zeroth law would precede that and probably look something like, what if all the puppets obey the master creator, that being Geppetto? And we know that Geppetto and Vanini both worked on the Grand Covenant. Would it be possible that Geppetto spent more time working on this than Vanini? Given Vanini's, like, sexy playboy status, okay, that first word was uncalled for, but playboy status and, you know, a factory helmsman himself, is it possible that Geppetto maybe engineered a law without Vanini knowing about it? I think so, because those would be the only two men capable of working on the Grand Covenant. They're the ones that know the most about it. That's personally what I think. I think Geppetto is a very scheming mastermind who has the machismo to work some kind of witchcraft underneath everyone's nose, such that years and decades can pass. He has a son named Carlo, who he maybe perhaps sends off to the Monad charity house, meets Romeo and friends, and Geppetto is a self-absorbed man who gets like inured in his work. I think it's possible that there's an extenuating motivation for why Geppetto's doing what he's doing. Because to make it a puppet to concentrate ergo into a puppet is not unlike breathing the breath of life into a human being. It's got all the same qualities. We just don't know what ergo is yet. We know it's a power source, but is there something beyond that we don't know about ergo? Now, before we take this break, we're gonna go talk to Geppetto. Surely he should have something good to say to us, right? We've been a good, sweet boy who has helped people with their problems. Yeah, look, that nose got longer. You guys might not be able to tell the difference, but it's there. Oh, and look, Geppetto is gone. Where did Geppetto run off to? Not like dear old Geppetto is anywhere to be seen. Pretty kitty. And we still really don't understand the petrification disease. It's just kind of here. Right, that's the other really big piece of this puzzle is, Sophia, do you have any clue where Geppetto is?
My power to...
No. I wanted to, let's see, swordsmanship life. Oh, right, we never did do that. We're gonna process some of that after we come back from break, and I've had a chance to, like, chill and do the other stuff I wanted to do. But, you guys know the spiel by now. 5 minutes, 90 seconds of ad time. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. digging through into the Lies of P has been great because we've really explored a good chunk of the lore in this game. We're not all the way through, of course, but I think there's a subtler, deeper story going on than just this town that starts off being a podunk village, then meets a group of people, becomes like a technological marvel in Europe, then something bad happens. There's a lot more going on than that. And there's always the original root cause of why the petrification disease and the puppet frenzy happened. And I think we're starting to slowly piece it together. That honestly, if that cutscene hadn't happened where we saw Geppetto laughing or about some sort of machine he was using, I don't even think I'd be able to put any of the rest of this together, like at all. And I'm really not accepting the fact that there might be a doppelganger, because why? That seems like a really dirty thing to throw in the mix. I think it's more likely Geppetto himself is behind this, and we just don't know why or to what end yet. I can make some guesses, but that's about it. And those guesses have no evidence behind them. So I'm going to try not to make those. Now, thank you guys again for hanging out with me. And we're going to do the deeper dives and all that, as well as some chilling after this break. Thank you. See you guys then. we're back we're back a bit early after the commercial break. For those of you that are, on Twitch Prime or actually not even Twitch Prime. For those of you at Tier 1 or higher, how's it going? Happy early 4th of July, by the way. Let it be a day in remembrance. And I apologize if you can hear that in the background. But someone has gotten a little bit excessively celebratory and has decided that fireworks are definitely a thing we should be shooting on the 3rd of July, 3 hours or 2 hours and 40 minutes before the event becomes due on the calendar. Well, it's in any case, for those of you that are just now getting back from the real break, the full break, welcome back. Good to see ya. Hope you've been enjoying the commercial break, the stay, and the gameplay. I want to thank you guys again so much for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate it. I'm gonna shill the Discord one more time. Right. Shilling the Discord. We are somewhat of an Elden Ring Reforged server ourselves. Like, not to the same degree as, like, the actual real Reforged server, but I do, in fact, plaster updates from Elden Ring Reforged in here, and it is kind of my bread and butter content, normally speaking. But come in. Let me put out the link for that now. Also, Twitch, say hi to YouTube. Want to thank you guys again. Appreciate it. Your presence means a lot. I've talked about the free methods on which you can support the channels, YouTube and Twitch respectively, but if you want to go the extra distance, which of course is never required here, feel free to check out the description in the YouTube. I have links to Ko-fi, Patreon, and the whole works. You get 99% of your benefits by using those sites to like donate and or pay for a tiered subscription on. You get 99% of your benefits. It won't help you for viewing Twitch and or YouTube, but it is something. And for those of you on YouTube, sorry, if you're met with ads, I can't really control that. For those of you on Twitch, I highly recommend that you consider the Tier 1 sub. It is the best package. You are considered at, starting at Prime, you get most of it, but at Tier 1, you cut out the ads. You are considered at higher priority for multiplayer, and you get the ability to collaborate with me. Those are the three things I think separate Tier 1 from any of the other options. And if I can think of any other benefits, I should be able to figure out a suitable placement for them. Most of the time, benefits like any benefit I could reasonably can think of would go in while I'm moving 50 miles a minute in Tier 1. I was about to say Chapter 1, but that's not right. That's Tier 1. So please check that out. It's $5 a month. I get half. Twitch gets half. Everybody is happy. Of course, I do occasionally feel the need to do some shilling for Amazon, because technically I work for them. That all like affiliates and partners do to a degree. If you watch a whole bunch of channels and you can't afford to pay $25, $35, $50 to sub to all of them, you can instead pay $12.65 a month US currency in order to cut out the ads from all the channels. We get the ad revenue that we would otherwise lose out on when you use Twitch Turbo, so don't feel ashamed. We get it. Why? If Twitch is what you're here for, spending $12.65 is perfectly reasonable. It's slightly cheaper than YouTube too, for like YouTube Premium, where you're spending like 13, 14 something. You're spending like 13, 14 something for YouTube Music and YouTube like normal YouTube Premium.
Stalker, please.
Okay, we want one of these. Go ahead and put on our cube again. Trying to think of something I want to do with that word. I can't. There's a math joke in there just waiting to be teased out, but I can't think of how I'd want to do it. Did I think of it wrong? I'm unsure. Well, Paul and Dina, do you have any kind of requests for us, or what?
No matter what fate brings us, serving her, welcome to Hotel. No matter what, serving, welcome to...
Okay. Now we can read some of those descriptions and maybe even level up. So let's do that. By the way, if you guys want to know any more information, you can type in !commands. Most of the commands for this game have a 20-second cooldown on them, just because they're long, lengthy descriptions. For those of you on YouTube, I think all of the ones except for the Carlo one, which is 30 seconds. The Carlo command on Twitch is a full minute, because there's actually close to 500 characters worth of information in the command. I think have a relatively long cooldown on the book advertisement as well.
A great weapon calls for...
Yes, Mr. Alidoro. We've read that. So what about this one? We never read the Ergo either. Puppet Ripper. A chain sickle handle that once sprayed a bloody fog over Crot. The spring device allows the handler to extend or wind up the chain easily. Crot has a legend about a grinning hedonist murderer. They say that his heart was made of clockwork. And then we have the rare Ergo here. Burnt White King's Ego. Wow, it's 10,000. That's a lot of Ergo. When the boy opened his eyes, he found himself sitting on a throne that he had not asked for. When he sought his friend of the past, he clung to his memories, even though he knew there was no going back. A necklace. A necklace once worn by the king of puppets. It is engraved with a boy's scribblings. To Romeo, your friend, C. The boy resented his father for not showing any interest in him. Perhaps in protest, he gave his graduation necklace to Romeo, a friend he admired. Ah. And then we have this note. I think things are starting to come together. So, not only were Romeo and Carlo not only did they know each other, they were friends. They were best friends. And the fact that he resented his father means that Carlo and Geppetto's relationship was way down at the bottom. I'm beginning to suspect that although I can understand Geppetto's grief, I'm not really sure Carlo would want to be brought back to his father. Like, ever? Because think about what a self-absorbed man like Geppetto must have put Carlo through. He sends him to boarding school and spends all his time working, probably. He's a gifted mechanical genius for a reason. It wouldn't surprise me if this were the type of trope that Neo's games employed. What if Carlo felt neglected and resented? And that sort of explains some of, like, okay, I'm missing a piece here, and that is, you know, Geppetto snapping when Carlo died. So what if, hear me out, we again see Geppetto sitting at some kind of condensing machine and laughing while he's condensing ergo into something. What if he's trying to revive his son? I don't think that's an unreasonable take, given everything we've learned so far. And we know that puppets awaken things. Would it not then be reasonable to reawaken Carlo again? As a new puppet? Because his original son died. You can't bring that back. But if you have enough ergo, you can do many, many, many things. And methinks he is so heartbroken and grieving so hard, he will do anything to get his son back. And that means finding some way to extract all the ergo out of everywhere at once in some desperate attempt to revive his son. I think that's what's happening here. Again, we still don't have a few connecting pieces yet, so please don't take this as, you know, I know something I don't. I'm making conjecture based on everything we've seen. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that scene with Geppetto laughing at some machine he's gathering ergo for is a red herring, but I really don't believe that to be the case, given everything we know.
I know my way around it.
We do have to figure out what we want to do with this rare ergo, and I think I want the weapon more than anything, unless the amulet is that good. Legion arm abilities are pretty powerful. Imagine just having a +1 on at all times. I don't know. Well, I would never use a weapon. I might use this. Let's read these, although we can still get this at any time. Let's do it. Quick upward slash. Well, makes sense. Storm spinning slash. Spin multiple times and attack a wide range. So now, what if we do this? And so now we would have, now we actually have the +3, even though we only have the 2 on upgrade. And that means every single Legion arm also operates as though its first ability was unlocked, which is huge, astronomically huge. Does Antonia have anything new to say? I don't think so, but you never know.
People have no thanks for keeping. I'm an old... Make yourself at home if you have any questions.
That book reminds all of Abbott. This
Who exactly was that someone? Well, was a boy by the name of Pinocchio. I like the fact that they allude to the fairy tale in the actual game. And also, can I just comment on how pretty this game is?
I'll use my power.
Let's level up, shall we? Oh, but we gotta level up capacity. If we would like to actually use this lovely little triumvirate amulet. They're going to be putting quite a few points into vigor for that. So is Geppetto just gonna up and leave without telling us anything? Although technically we haven't completed the chapter yet, right? We don't have any quartz either. So I'm thinking we get our quartz sometime down the line. And also, is that 2 cranks I see? That is 1 advanced crank. So let's see what's contained over at the Opera House. There's a reason Geppetto went up here, or is gone, and I think it has to do with the Opera House. I hope everybody has been enjoying the gameplay. And, you know, a bit of my commentary. I don't think it's been garbage today. Maybe subpar, but not garbage. So this was his throne, right? Okay, we can't overheat in here. Good to know. But something tells me Geppetto maybe had a secret laboratory somewhere. Oh. Well, what do you know? Geppetto is right here, and he's not going to let us explore.
Glad you're safe. I was so scared I would lose my precious son. It's risky for me just being out here. Fortunately, you didn't need my help.
You damn right.
I'm so proud that I got to see my son defeat the king. Hopefully, the lesser puppets will die down soon. Now that the king is dead, the puppets have no leader, no direction. But the curse of the petrification disease still lingers. It's tough, but I know where you should go now. The Grand Exhibition. Rumors say the alchemists there have developed a cure. As a man of invention, I'm skeptical of the alchemists, both their science and their motives. But they may be the city's last hope. Won't you help me, son? Take this. You'll find it most useful. If it will help Antonia and the others, it's worth exploring. Go to the Grand Exhibition and see what you can find.
Ah! I mean, that is useful.
That one puppet could control so many others. That's a memorable feat indeed. Unlike a real king, the puppet left no heir. The remaining puppets are leaderless, and we can reclaim the city. But it's still a city beset by the petrification disease. Seek a cure from the alchemists at the Grand Exhibition. That one, unlike a... But it's still a...
And there's the problem. Geppetto right now is still a nice enough guy. He hasn't shown us his true machinations yet. if he has them. He's like, he pretends to care, and you're like, he makes us as toady and does all these things, that we do all these things for him. Which is just absolutely horrific. I'm just not buying you, Geppetto. I think you're just doing what you gotta do to keep up appearances. Headless puppet? Hello? But Geppetto was at least right on some front. The puppets aren't really being given that much direction, so we can kind of just have our way with them. And they don't really get up unless attacked, or we're really close by.
What's going on? All these puppets look utterly down, depressed even. And that seems weird. That's weird, right?
No, it's almost like the puppets were people, and they lost their king, and so they're mourning him. I think that's a really reasonably salient take to have. Because before they had a motivation or a purpose to stop Geppetto, and since Geppetto was staying at the hotel, all the puppets were trying to make their way to the hotel and put an end to him. Now that the king isn't there to give them any kind of direction on that, they're like, eh. They're like the scourge.
They seem lost. Then again, maybe they're warning him? Whatever's happening, it's like they can't tell their elbow joints from their tail sockets. I'm not even sure they can function without the king to guide them.
Excellent observation, Gemini. Excellent observation. I can see many references to the Geth being drawn on this one, where the Geth, even if they were synthetic, were still a sentient race of people created by the Quarians. And to kill the Geth would be a tantamount to genocide. No person worth their salt would do that in Mass Effect 3. No, they would not go through with the extinction of the Geth. Absolutely not. Any other Mass Effect enjoyers out there? I know I'm one of them. I did used to play it for a time. I thought about coming back to it again with a refreshed and renewed vigor. But I'm not really even sure where I would begin. Other than, the chocolate playthrough. Because we've done the vanilla. And I've also thought about putting it in as a YouTube series, but I'd like to get the Elden Ring Reforged series back up and running first. It's too easy. What happens? Clock, sword, blade, and handle. A sword blade made to commemorate the construction of the clock tower. It is sharpened to a point in the shape of a minute hand, making it effective for slashing and stabbing. The clock sword was made to commemorate the clock tower's construction by using its minute hand. Because even its blade was engraved with antique ornamentation, people said it was a fitting commemorative item. A metal handle, and elegantly embellished with gold adornments. It is equipped with a timer with an alarm. The clock sword, right, made by using its minute hand. Okay, so this is the same for some reason. We have Storm Slash, which we've seen before, and Bell of Provocation. Briefly taunt surrounding enemies to increase the attack of both the character and the enemies. Neat. So we grab that, which means we're good to just kind of climb down now. I'm not really sure I'm getting the benefits of that third tier there. I feel like it doesn't actually work. And I was better off picking a weapon even if I was never going to use it. Like, ever. So we have the, you know, there was a quest, wasn't there? The old widow on Rosa Isabel Street asked us to find some wine for her. La Blaiwi? No, La Blaiwi. Because it's French, clearly. And we've so far just kind of been following where the road takes us. It's been a pretty linear experience, and I'm fine with that. Okay. Did I take a wrong turn somewhere? I might have taken a wrong turn somewhere. Is there a way we could kind of like walk the long way around the rubble pile? Can we walk up this? No, of course not. Which means there's some other path we could have gone, and we just chose not to take it. And if not, I'm gonna be upset. Because isn't this toward the Grand Exhibition? I was sort of relying on the vocal cues to take me where I was supposed to go, the plot, but that ain't happening now.
One pattern like a, but it's still a city.
So we have somewhere we can't go. Let's kind of meander down this one more time. Just make sure there really isn't some spot I'm just kind of overlooking here. Ugh, sorry. Guess I'm a bit tired. What can I say? So, see, we walked through here. There was nothing but a bunch of puppets. Just kind of taking one for the team up on the chin. Then we walked down through here. Even more puppets. A lot of them were the made variety of puppet. I don't recall there being, like, doors we could interface with. Good lord, I'm tired. Okay, so we went up. We went over there and found nothing. I'm gonna look again. No, we don't need to look again because that's where we found the clock hand weapon at. So here's the arcade. Here's the bookshop with everything else. We could just open the door. Oops. Ah, it is time to engage a different weapon. So now we're transitioning into the part where we really want another attack type instead. That's fine. So I'm willing to bet a lot of people went to this big building in order to maybe seek shelter, which didn't really help them. Okay, was there anything actually in here? No. This was just some spot where we could kind of like, you know, hide for a second. I see the Stargazer, but before we access the Stargazer, just gonna make sure our options are locked off to us. Another door locked off. Bzzzt. It never gets old. let's level up again, because we have yet another, we have yet another point we can spend into capacity to, like, lighten our workload a little bit. Also, apparently Sophia actually has something to say to us. What is it, Sophia? Talk to me.
You're back. I was so worried when you marched off to fight the king. But this... it's a necklace from the Monad Charity House. They took care of orphans and impoverished children from across Krat. Many of those children grew up at the Rose Estate and became alchemists, technicians, and stalkers. I hope the king didn't harm any of them. Or don't tell me. The king's ergo is actually... Are you okay? You look ill, ever since I mentioned the necklace. My heavens, you look... You're changing. You're becoming something more than a puppet. Almost human. If this is what you want, just keep behaving. Keep feeling like a human does. You might just hold the true secret of ergo.
We're gonna take off this, I want to take a closer look. Yeah, we don't look quite so childlike anymore, huh? We also apparently got a little tiny bit taller. At least I think we got taller. It's certainly possible we, in fact, did not get taller, but... Hollandina, you got something for us?
No matter what they serve you, welcome to... No matter what serve you, welcome to...
Nope. That's fine.
People have no thanks for keep. I'm an old friend.
I was hoping there'd be some kind of, like, gesture we could use. Yeah, we look like a teenage boy now. We still have some of that childlike face, but we're definitely becoming more aged. Not that that's a bad thing. I like Pinocchio's teenage arc.
I know my way around a weapon.
I apologize for any of that you guys are hearing. This is now +6. I'm fine with this. Going to disassemble the clock sword. We don't have any quartz. I wonder what we should look into now. Maybe let's talk to Vanini and see if he knows anything about the arcade.
I always welcome.
Nope.
At the House of Vanini.
Nothing quite so crass. There ain't nothing that Vanini is gonna tell us about that arcade. We're gonna have to figure it out ourselves. And I get the feeling... Let's go back and look at this cryptic vessel again. Check the ground at the end of the cliff of Krat Central Station Street, where there's a good view of the ocean and Krat's landmarks. Krat Central Station Street. Do we have a stargazer by that name. Yeah, we kind of have something like that. It's the plaza. So I wonder if we go back to chapter 1, because the arcade represents like the chapter 8. Also, now that I'm thinking on it, the gold coin fruit resembles a bit of the golden coins that occurred in the story, as coins were the currency that Pinocchio traded for during various events. Wow, that is the most generic bit of tripe I think I've ever heard. But I know it's something like he had to sell something in order to get 5 gold coins. Hello. This is the Krot Central Station. So presumably there would be some way to go somewhere else. Just trying to make sure we look through all our options thoroughly and carefully. Because, like, we can't walk anywhere else. It's just this. We can't, like, walk in the back, right? There's not a secret entrance or a compartment somewhere. Well, as it turns out, there is a door, but it doesn't mean anything. We can't actually unlock that. Not sure what to tell you guys. I'm looking around for any sign, but I really don't think. I'll have to look into it over break and see if it's obvious, like, where it is, and maybe try to navigate toward it. So I know there wasn't some hidden door earlier on, and we're kind of just funneled toward... Oh, wait, I think I might know where it is. No looking up may be necessary. There's a section of this where we kind of have to, like, walk around, right? It's like on the way to the very first boss. Yeah, it's on the way to the very first boss, and you kind of just have to walk around. I want to say there was a tutorial in that section that was teaching us how to perfect guard normally undodgeable, unblockable attacks. Like, those are the red attacks are ones you strictly have to perfect guard for. If my memory serves me correctly, which it may very well not. It's got to be like this spot, right? It's believed to be a momentary glitch, right? So let's look at our bag one more time. So it's got to be like where we can get a good vantage point on the Hotel of Krat, right? Like this would be the beach, the beachhead. Here is the tutorial about the unblockable attack. I didn't see any doors. I gotta be on the lookout for that too. Doors. But it's probably like here-ish. Yeah, look.
I see Hotel Krat. I do love this view. It is a nice view, but we must be moving.
Alright, so let's look back at this. So we found this. As much money as you want, please just let me out. Where do you want me to go? First, Krat Central Station. If you fail to escape, head to St. Frangelico Cathedral. Okay. That's in God's hands. Just in case, I buried extra equipment on the beach by the train station. There you can do your repairs. That almost sounds like it wants a gesture from us. Let's maybe switch a gesture and see if there's something. So it'd be like what? Check ground. Aha! A Legion caliber and an Atone's hunting apparel. Might as well wear it. The hunting apparel of the Atoned, these clothes still bear the wounds of regret and despair. She was proud of protecting people as a stalker. However, her dignity was crushed when she realized that she'd become a guide to hell. And then we also have the Puppet Prince's formal dress. Formal attire of the Puppet Prince. These clothes were worn by Red actress Adelina Corday while playing the part of the Puppet Prince in a play. During the curtain call, it was revealed that Adelina, who played the role of the princess, had also played the role of the Puppet Prince. The moment she took off her mask, the audience rose to their feet and showered her with applause and cheers. And then, there we go. We got a decently fitting little bit of attire here. We'll wear that for a while. So now what we want to do is follow this. Fail to escape, head to St. Frangelico Cathedral. I'm gonna have a tough time telling if that is the first or the second spot that we need to be going to. Camera. I locked onto the wrong target, so I do claim some responsibility for that, but like, come on. The camera was clearly suspect in at least a part of it.
Out here alone?
I grab the puppet saber's handle, sure. Sell these. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go over to Hotel Krat, and we're going to level up one more time, and we have a legion. We can actually like buff up our fulminous. No, actually we can't. We need 2 more of those to level up Fulminous fully, but
I'll use my power.
we want more capacity. And I'll look into the rest of this nice little cryptic vessel while we're on break for the final time. You guys know the spiel. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me up to this point. Greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you after the break. Thank you. I am back. Sorry about that. I was trying to look into some stuff regarding the cryptic vessel we obtained. And what do you know? We actually did it. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. There is absolutely not a zip zero zilch regarding any of the other contents of the jeweled cryptic vessel, which means we've completed it. Really enhanced guard performance. Let's see if using a non-elemental grindstone. Wow, that one actually worked. Okay, so we're not allowed to put elemental grind. We're not allowed to switch out the effects of elemental grinds. I'm sorry. We're not allowed to use elemental grindstones on elemental weapons. Good lord. Take a second and think about what you're gonna say, Coin. We're not allowed to use elemental grindstones on weapons that are already in their nature elemental. That's not permitted. We have to use a different grindstone, which I guess I'm fine with upping my guard game. Should have done it earlier. And that probably would have come in handy on the king fight, but that didn't happen. Oh well. Let's go to the Lorenzini arcade. So, is Lorenzini a knowledgeable man when it comes to the arcade? Was this a thing he did in his spare time? Nobody really knows. Right or straight? Not really sure. There's something I was gonna say, and I plumb forgot what it is. Might as well use the ergo or we're gonna lose it. Or Fable or we're gonna lose it. We're not gonna be able to build it up efficiently. Anything over here? The Lorenzini arcade first floor key. Alright. I guess we know which direction we gotta go then. Well, since I don't think I really particularly... At 61%? We're gonna be seeing some carcasses, so we might as well wear the carcass damage badge. Got to be careful because we don't want to be backing into an unknown area. Can't go there. I presume we'll unlock a shortcut for that. Is this the arcade key? Yep, thought so. It's like, if you're gonna make us terminate into this, then, you know, surely we've got to have some way to move forward, and that key is it. Homo Machina. The highest quality, the best butlers and maids. Homo Machina. There we go. That makes a little bit more sense. Home machines. The best home machines around. Well, boys and girls and non-binary pals, we've made it beyond the halfway point of the game, I think. We're right at that halfway mark. I want to say there are 15 chapters in the game, just based on the reading that I kind of had to do for this. Okay. So we can, like... Now it's like it's back to being in the cathedral or something pretty similar. Ugh. Grody. Disgusting. Let's maybe try to like move back a bit. And like walk around. I'm not going down there unless I've got to do so. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna let you come over here. Now they're gonna start making us switch weapons, folks. Kill all types of dimensional butterflies. Half moonstones, huh? Oh, that's gonna let us level up our mace a bit, isn't it? I too love leveling up McPunchy. Means so much. Sweet sound of exploding puppets. I can imagine that being a Geth right now, being smashed to pieces. Like, I did say their people don't deserve extinction, but it doesn't mean I have to like them. Especially because they fell in with a bad crowd. Saren. Who else is excited for Mass Effect 5? Okay, so we had this, like... blood? Run. The Lotta F250 frame, huh? Well, that's got to be a defensive item. Even more weight. But look at all that physical damage reduction. A made to order specific to Lotta. The Puppet Parts Workshop. It has been in use for a long time, so despite being heavy, it is reliable. Oh, that's even more defense. I won't say no to that. I know this ain't wine. This got to be blood. Although blood would usually have some viscosity to it. And a bit darker. Maybe it is like a wine cellar. It's just so red. Yeah, maybe it is wine. Maybe the La Bleuie brand wine we were asked to get earlier. Yeah, look at the wine racks here. Yep, this is wine. I thought we were walking in blood, but it's wine. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Menard Charity House concert. Let's go ahead. I want to make sure I'm not, like, being ambushed over the horizon here. All of you are invited to the concert being held at the Menard Charity House. We pray for the successful opening of the exhibition. Children sponsored by the Menard Charity House have a message of love and hope for you all, for all of you. Don't miss this chance to listen to the most innocent performance in all of Crot. Date and time, XXXX, 1800. Place, Lorenzini Arcade Central Plaza. Sponsored by Lady Isabel and Sophia Monad. All profits from the performance will go toward our less fortunate neighbors. I can get behind a children's charity. Truly I can. We need the underground passage key. Please tell me we get a shortcut. Nope. I'm beginning to think spears are just like the penultimate weapon for this game. Oh, and now there's just passive decay in the room. That's great. Love that for me. 3 good, 5 me. What else can I say? Shit. Yep, come this way. Just gonna wait a little more. Nice. Got hit by the decay. Cool. Oh, you're not gonna... Just trying to be really cautious. Okay, we've got this guy, but there's also like this stuff up top I kind of have to watch out for. Nice. What a waste of Fable. Come on. Ah, benissimo. Uh-huh. Just perfect. I don't know that much Italian, but I do know a few words. I think Vanini would despair to see where his arcade, or in what condition the arcade ended up in. I mean, at least the man can't roll in a grave due to it. I don't know if I like where this is going to turn up. Scandal. V. The tragedy behind the flamboyance. I mean, it feels like a shortcut, just based kind of on what I'm seeing over there, but let's distract ourselves with a collectible. Few citizens of Krat do not know who V is. The crown prince of high society. Isn't that just Vanini? That's who he is? The man who came up with a grand covenant of the automated puppets and built the best manufacturing company at the age of 18. The man who's always fancy and is passionate about making people laugh. V is the most hated and beloved man in Krat, but his innocent passion makes even his opponents sentimental. However, even fewer people are aware of the tragedy he experienced in his youth. The true nature of the death of V's parents, good lord. Pinocchio's parents? I was about to say P there. It was covered up. Officially, they're victims of a homicide during a mugging. Even though V experienced such a tragedy in his youth, he grew up with a cheerful personality and became a well-known person whom any parents would be proud of. However, there's no one who knows that V secretly requests for the case history every year and that his request is always denied. Suspicion surrounded this tragedy at the time, and there's known to have been pressure from the workshop on the alchemists throughout the investigation. The most interesting hypothesis is that the murderer is not human. If this is true, it explains the workshop and the alchemist's suspicious attempts to cover it up. It also explains how V was obsessed with inventions and success from his youth. This is where the real tragedy of Krat lies. Even V, the richest and most influential in all of Krat, can't come close to their power. On the other hand, this fact includes another truth. Have you noticed? The state's censorship is keeping me from writing it, but as a writer, I'm curious if people are ready to accept the truth. The truth that there's a murderer made of steel that walks among us. Perhaps our world of crime is not such a safe place after all. Gee. You think ergo puppets are safe? This little display should show otherwise. Especially if one wakes up and becomes a serial killer. That could be a thing that happens.
Who are you? A lost visitor? Or a looter who's arrived too late? You look like a stalker. I figured you were all dead. No offense. Stalker, visitor, looter, I don't care. Just buy what you need and leave. I came to Krat to see the wonders of the Grand Exhibition. Talk about bad luck. Not only was the Grand Exhibition a huge disaster, I can't leave because of, well, monsters. If you want to see the exhibition for yourself, head toward the wine cellar down below.
Ooh, we have an circular electric chainsaw blade. And we've got an indomitable amulet. Oh. Beautiful. Let's read. A circular saw blade made using Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. The more successful it is at attacking, the faster the plate turns, increasing its electric blitz attack power. The circular saw blade with a generator attached was effective. Even the strongest puppets could not withstand the wounds it caused. And a handle made from a generator's support. It was made to relieve the quickly rotating vibrations aggressively. The vibrations of the circular saw blade made it lethal to its wielder as well. To harm no one but an opponent, the chainsaw handle was crafted to relieve the vibrations. Before we buy that, I guess. Condensing slash. Slash the enemies in front of you. The number of slashes varies depending on the charged amount. Endure. I feel like this is a two-handed weapon. They're determining, and it's the indomitable amulet, which increases resistance of disruption shock break. Their determination does not falter in the face of any difficulty. They continue to resist and defy, even in situations where moving proves impossible. Just gonna sell some, like, bars of gold to you, clearly. Is this the Stargazer? Nope. No such Stargazer exists. What about this one? There's something slurping and schlorfing on the other side. So then we have the underground passage key. Like, there's so many places we can go, it's not funny. Like, this has to be the underground passage key, right? Arcade underground passage key. Key obtained from the fountain inside the arcade. You can open the arcade underground passage. Oh, we just lost the keys that we were using, so I have to go pull up a description of the keys and read it like that. Eventually. So the keys are one-time use. Good to know. Nope, run. Okay, so the pustules are causing this. Good to know. So the undead here are referred to as carcasses. The greatest show on Earth is coming? Hello. The biggest show on Earth is coming to Krat to make your heart race. Dear ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Grand Exhibition in Krat, the city of tomorrow, the center of the new age, state-of-the-art machines, balloons spread across the sky, and a popular performance that toured from across the great desert in the south to the country in the far east. Don't forget the essence of the automated puppet, the center of Krat's revival. The greatest show awaits you all. Don't miss your chance to see the following at the exhibition gallery. Puppets of the future, multi-purpose puppets, Vanini tram, new butler puppets, and special exhibition gallery treasure from the far east. If you wish to behold these splendors, be sure to attend. I'm willing to bet that's not what we're going to behold in this place. It's just going to be a bunch of freak town horror shows. Oh, we could try like equipping the weapon and just seeing if we actually like it or not. I can already tell you I don't like it, but this is the first two-hander in this weapon class. Yeah, that is a huge weapon. Yeah, I'll stick with my mace, thank you. Here's another wine cellar. I feel like I'm gonna get haunted by a banshee at any possible second. Oh yeah, that's exactly what's happening. There's gonna be someone to... Wow. No, you don't get to do that. So we have the Hunter's Amulet. It's getting harder and harder to charge this pulse cell up, ladies and gentlemen. Increases ergo acquisition when killing enemies. The value of ergo gave rise to a new crime where puppets were used to steal other puppets' ergo. Sadly, these thieves met their end by the Hunter's by the hunter puppets that they themselves created. I guess we can do that for the time being. Whoops, it's, we grind these. And there's this other guy that was here. Must not have been adding that much damage if I don't really notice the special carcass amulet having an effect. I'll take having extra ergo. Means less grinding in the future. There wine in here? There's a balance crank. Oh, this has got to be it here.
Is it the old woman, the venerable lady looking for some wine? You know, like the wine you've got.
Let's look at that collectible then. Lablawies. Okay, I'm starting to get a little bit easier. Just barely. Wine of the highest quality, obtained from the wine cellar in the Lorenzini arcade. Someone on Rosa Isabel Street might recognize the true value of this wine. Lablawies is a time-honored wine that some even call the Ruby of the Heavens. It was a luxury item that the legendary stalker is said to have enjoyed drinking as well. Nothing so far. You die.
Hello? Is anyone there? Calling any and all stargazers in the vicinity. Please respond. Over.
Vanini, please don't tell me you got yourself surrounded again.
Can you hear me? Really? Eviva, it actually worked. This has to be how the King of Puppets did it. How he called to the puppets and controlled them. I can't believe you can transmit your voice through ergo waves. What a brilliant discovery. And you'll never believe what signal I've picked up over the ergo. A cry for help from the grand exhibition. Somehow someone survived. I'm suspicious too, but you have to investigate. What if it's some trapped innocent?
Not sure I like Vanini doing that, but whatever. Yeah, so let's go back to, actually first let's dispose of our ergo we've collected. And then we can kind of go from there. Ow. I punched my, like, sliding keyboard tray without meaning to. Alright, so we have the half moonstone.
I know my way around a...
So let's upgrade this to +7. We're actually dealing like 100 damage per swing. Then we'll upgrade this to a +5. Look, you never know when you might need the blade. Like, we could probably... I wonder... Could we, like...
I know my way around.
We can probably break down a number of these weapons. So I'm really curious. Like, this is the +5. Then for the handle... Which means we could use, I wonder if we could use a balance crank, or are we sunk if we do that? That's not it. I'd like to alter a handle here. Nope, that is a motivity handle. Let us reset its alteration. I do think we lost out, but I'm curious to see what kind of difference in the moveset, if anything. It's definitely faster. I rather quite like this set. If I think I want something heavy, then I can absolutely do that. It's nice to have like a heavy two-handed, because like the spear and the mace are, this one's a heavy one-handed attack, but this doesn't have near as much sheer attack power as, say, or sheer stagger potential as just an actual two-handed weapon. That's just great. Let's go pluck some gold coin fruit, which is right over here.
Stalker, please.
Okay, we don't have any. We can hold two of them. Okay, we actually have one of each. So now we can just... Yeah, these are definitely consumable. That's fine. So we can just accumulate a whole bunch of these. Now, I mean, looking like a Harlequin is nice, but let's actually switch up our hats here. So I think I'm gonna call it a little bit early, guys. We are gonna level up real quick, put that extra point into capacity. Well, actually, as long as our like loadout looks like this, we're fine. But I still think having an extra point in capacity would actually help here, as there may still be heavier frames we can wear yet. Let's take a look. So if we swap for, say, this one, we're slightly heavy. So like 2 points should counterbalance these. At least that's what I think anyway. Maybe it requires 3. Don't know. But there are still fireworks out. They appear to have died down, but in my neighborhood, people will pop off fireworks at 2 in the morning if they think 4th of July is here. And as we've heard today, you know, people are willing to pop 4th of July fireworks on July the freaking 3rd, 3 hours before July the 4th shows up. And before anyone says, well, maybe, you know, people think it's the 4th or celebrate it early. Yeah, but consider that fireworks is actually a noise ordinance violation, 1. 2, even if our neighborhood doesn't have a noise ordinance violation, it's just rude. 3, we have pets. My dad, my stepmother, and I can all deal with the fireworks. They would just be annoying, but we have pets. And that means it feels like an earthquake to them. Every single time the fireworks go off, they get scared. But that's fine. This gives us time to kind of like... This gives me time to plot the next thumbnail. And kind of go from there. For those of you on YouTube, I do want to thank you so incredibly much for hanging out with us. I really do appreciate it. I apologize that the stream was not quite 4 hours, and it has started late, but what's a man to do, right? Anyway, I don't have much else for you. If you're free to go, my name is Coinstamp or Swirling Vortex or Steven. Call me whatever would make you feel more comfortable. And this has been another episode of Lies of P. We're on episode 7 now, and we're not that far away from... I shouldn't say that. We probably have at least a few more chapters left to go, knowing everything we've seen so far. But the plot has picked up, ladies and gentlemen. The plot picked up when we killed Romeo there, the king of puppets. The plot is really starting to tie in together as well. There are 2 things we really don't understand. One is the petrification disease, and the other is like Geppetto's real motives for all this. I can hazard guesses, but we don't have evidence to link those things together, so we're speculating at best. I hope I get to show you guys the magnificent end of this tale. I really thought we were going to be stuck at, Romeo for a little while, so I was expecting to have to spend an extra stream on him, but I'm happy that that isn't the case. Anyway, yeah. You guys know the algorithmic stuff to do. The links are in the description. Please check those. Especially the Discord. YouTubers, I can't recommend enough that you hop onto it, because that is the best way. That is the best way to get most, if not all, of your benefits. If you have subbed on YouTube, thank you again for all the subscriptions. It means a lot. And we're gonna move over to the Twitch shoutouts now. So, doing a quick check. Yep, the usual 2 shoutouts is what I'll be doing tonight. First, I recommend watching a man by the name of Gino Machino. He is doing some Elden Ring hitless routing for the Stranded run of the DLC. That just means only DLC content and not anything else. Which has got to be nuts. For Shadow of the Erd Tree, given the baselines the development team kind of want you to use. You basically want to be like a level 150 or something, maybe even closer to like level 180 before you even think about attempting anything in the Shadow of the Erd Tree DLC. Let me get a shout out going. Okay, and I'm gonna recommend something in still the same style as an RPG, but in a completely different, well, okay, I'm being very loose. It's actually a Metroidvania. I'm gonna recommend to you a new user named Foodlord1. They're playing Symphony of the Night. I don't know which version, because there are multiple ports, but go give them a shout out. Go check them out. I can only imagine they work hard on their streams as well, and they appear to be quite new, if nothing else. Again, to Twitch and to YouTube as well, if you're still around, thank you. I appreciate you hanging out here with me and on this late Wednesday night, soon to be the 4th of July. If I don't get a chance to say it, I will be streaming tomorrow. I do not know if my plans are going to make me adjust the stream. I currently don't have anything scheduled for the 4th, so we should be streaming at the normal time, but if that changes, you guys will be the first to know. This is another reason I recommend the Discord, by the way, just in case something happens, because I don't always get it out to YouTube in time, and I don't really use any kind of like story feature on Twitch or anything. And Twitter is like a dumpster fire. So I don't know. I'm really contemplating a move to Blue Sky, but that has not happened yet. I mean, I'll still keep my Twitter account. I'm not going to delete it, but I'm definitely thinking about Blue Sky now more than ever. Specifically so there isn't, I'm not looking at an echo chamber. Not echo chamber, because that would imply I'm conservative. What I really mean to say is a echo chamber of, like, semi-right-wing viewpoints now. I need something that allows me glimpses into the other side, as most of the outlets I have don't allow me to do that. Politics is important. That's as much as I'm gonna say. It's at least important to me. Anyway, thank you guys again. My name is Coinstamp, or Swirling Vortex, or Steven. Call me whatever you feel it would make you more comfortable. This has been another episode of Lies of P. We will be streaming tomorrow unless something changes or, something gets in my way. Stay safe out there. For you guys on Twitch, check the About Me section on my channel page. That should get you to the Discord, even without me being able to provide a link to you. Take care of yourselves. And goodbye. Thank you.